What is up, A Push? How is everybody doing? Today we are going to finish off our Manifest Destiny section, and then tomorrow we'll finish off the chapter. So, sounds like a plan. Let's start. In the last video, we talked about the war with Mexico and how that impacted this whole Manifest Destiny topic. So let's continue. Many Southerners were dissatisfied with the territorial gains from the Mexican War. In the early 1850s, they hoped to acquire new territories, especially in the areas of Latin America where they thought plantations worked by slaves were economically feasible. The most tempting, eagerly sought possibility in the eyes of Southerner expansionists was Cuba. This was the reason for this was the goal for multiple reasons. Mainly, it provided a bunch of natural resources for for fertile soil. Austin Manifesto. President Polk offered to purchase Cuba from Spain for $100 million, but Spain refused to sell the last major remnant of its once glorious empire. Several Southern adventurers led small expeditions to Cuba in an effort to take the island by force of arms. These forays, however, were easily defeated, and those participated were executed by Spanish firing squads. Elected to the presidency in 1852, Franklin Pierce adopted pro-Southern policies and dispatched 3 American diplomats to Ostend, Belgium, where they secretly negotiated to buy Cuba from Spain. The Ostend Manifesto that evoked an angry reaction from anti-slavery members of Congress. President Pierce was forced to drop the scheme. So the new president was pressured into negotiating something to buy Cuba, but it fell through because of the anti-slavery senators in Congress. Let's go the Walker Expedition. Expansionists continued to seek new empires with or without the federal government support. Southern adventurer William Walker had tried unsuccessfully to take Baja California from Mexico in 1853. Then leading a force mostly of Southerners, he took over Nicaragua in 1855. Walker's regime even gained temporary recognition from the United States in 1856. However, his grandiose scheme to develop a pro-slavery Central American empire collapsed when a coalition of Central American countries invaded and defeated him. Walker was executed by Honduran authorities in 1860. Hold on, I'll be right back. So this guy, wanted to take over Baja California California by himself. And if you don't know where Baja California, it's that strip of Mexico that's by the Pacific, that little strip going there. So, Clayton-Bulwer Treaty in 1850. Another American ambition was to build a canal through Central America. Great Britain had the same ambition to prevent each other from seizing the opportunity on its own. Great Britain and the United States agreed to the Clayton-Bulwer Treaty of 1850. It provided that neither nation would attempt to take exclusive control of any future canal route in Central America. This treaty continued in force until the end of the century. A new treaty signed in 1901 gave the United States a free hand to build a canal without British participation. So, that's pretty self-explanatory. We want to build a canal. Britain also wanted to build a canal. In an effort not to seize on each other, we combined forces, but in 1901, Britain was like, nope, we don't need to. You got it. You got it. So, the Gadsden Purchase. Although he failed to acquire Cuba, President Pierce succeeded in adding a strip of land of the American Southwest for a railroad. In 1833, Mexico agreed to sell thousands of acres of semi-desert land to the United States for $10 million. Known as the Gadsden Purchase, the land forms the southern sections of present-day New Mexico and Arizona. We bought this land because of the Transcontinental Railroad. We wanted the railroad. So, expansion after the Civil War. From 1855 until 1870, the issues of Union slavery, Civil War, and post-war Reconstruction would overshadow the drive to acquire new territory. Even so, Manifest Destiny continued to be an important force for shaping U.S. policy. In 1867, for example, Secretary of State William Seward succeeded in purchasing Alaska at a time when the nation was just recovering from the Civil War. So he purchased Alaska, and we'll get Hawaii later on in history. So that is it for this video. In the next video, we are going to talk about settlement of the Western Territories. We have Western Territories now. How is it going to be settled, and the expanding economy? So, see you guys then.